Well, it's me again, and this is my podcast and my world, where I take you along on an adventure where we get to explore everything and anything that goes on in my mind. Oh boy, is it random, is it crazy, it's nuts, it's all over the place. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's have a good time. Well, hello there friends, it's me again, and wow, I'm back. It's been a while since I've done a podcast, so I just thought I would come out here and let everyone know, hey, I'm still alive. There is a ton of stress in my life right now. Things are happening, things are going on. This housing market is insane. So a lot of things I would like to cover in this little 20-minute window we have. So we can just get right to it. First thing I want to do is say hello, everybody, and welcome. This is my podcast. I think this is episode 50 or 51 or something like that. I've been doing this for a long time. So if you're new to my channel, welcome, and I hope you enjoy my podcast. I've had a few different people at a few different times say, well, how come we can't see you? It's kind of like an old-fashioned thing called the radio. You're not supposed to see me. I film these so that you can always download them or listen to them later when you're in the car or something like that, and they don't take up a whole lot of memory or space. But anyways, welcome everyone, and the journey continues. So many things have happened since my last podcast, and I don't know exactly how much I can tell you and how much I cannot tell you, so I'm going to try not to tell you something I'm not supposed to tell you, and I'm going to tell you stuff that I am supposed to tell you. My weight loss, I'm down to 184 pounds, and it's actually fairly stable at 184. It has been now for about 2 weeks. And all I really did was I cut out the bread and the sugars, and I do what's called intermediate fasting. So I don't eat breakfast and I don't eat lunch, but I kind of have a really big dinner to get my calories in. So during the day, my body is using the energy it's got stored and not the energy that I put in my face, and it seems to work out. So I wanted to slow down my weight loss, so I opened up my window. So my window now is open from noon to 8 o'clock at night, and I don't usually eat at that hour. So that's, my window's opened a lot more, and I am eating two good-sized meals in that time period. Just around, I think I'm sticking around 1,200 or 1,300 calories right now. So, but it's doing all right. I'm losing the weight, and slowly, very, very slowly, and that is good. That's kind of what I'm going for, is a very slow weight loss. On the housing front, it has been crazy. So a couple weeks back, we went to go do a showing in a house, or to a house that was in the neighborhood we wanted to be in. It was 815 square feet. Very, very small house. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, really, really small house. But it had a huge yard. Actually, it was almost 2 yards worth, so almost half an acre of land. It was insane. It was wonderful. The asking price to start off with was $149,900, and so we're like, all right, cool. And come to find out, we were number 12. Okay, so it went on the market at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, our showing was at 11 o'clock in the morning. There were 12 showings before us. That day, there were 30 showings after us that day. In total, I think they said they had 170 some odd showings on that one house. 149,900 is what they started off asking, but it closed at $240,000. That tells you how crazy this freaking market is. So the wife and I, we said, okay, well, I don't think we're going to be able to buy a house that's on the market. So we started scratching our heads and thinking, okay, how do we find a house that's not on the market? And so we've been doing a ton of asking around and talking to people. And this house comes up. Actually, about what day was what is this? What day is this? This is Thursday. So it comes up on Tuesday. This house comes up, and it's not on the market, and it's in our price range, and it's a really big house. It's like 2,100 square feet, huge freaking house, and it's about to go on the market, but it's not yet. So we said, okay, well, let's put an offer in on it before it goes on the market. Maybe they'll take our offer and it won't go on the market. So that is where we're sitting right this moment. We put an offer on this house. It is not on the market, and we are still waiting to hear back. I think that they're trying to figure out if they're going to give it to us or not. I think that's what's going on. So that's kind of the situation. That's what's going on. But I'm not going to get too excited because we have put probably about 8 or 9 offers on houses so far, and all of them have been rejected. So it's just, you see what happens. You pretty much stand around bored out of your mind. You keep looking at houses because you don't know if they're if someone's going to accept your offer or not. And then when you do put another offer, because we had more than one offer out at a time, you put an offer on another one and you pray that they both don't come up. But, we want to buy a house, and the market, there's just no houses right now. There's nothing out there. And what is out there is going for so much more than the value. It's just crazy. This is not the year. This is totally different type of market than we've ever seen before. A lot of people are not selling their house because they know they can get more for it later down the road because the economy is going up. So yeah, it's just a weird market. I don't think we're going to see in our area anyways, I don't think we're going to see a high flux in inventory. So but hopefully we get it. And with every house we put an offer on it, I start to dream and I start thinking about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many things I could do to this house. I would love to do this and this and this and this and this. But this one, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna restrain myself just a little bit because I don't feel like, I don't know. If it was me, and somebody offered me exactly what I was asking in this particular market, I don't know. I don't think I would take the offer, to be honest with you. I think I'd put it on the market and see what I can see if I can get the best deal possible. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen, but I'm thinking positive. They're going to take my offer. I'm giving them exactly what they want, and they're going to take it. I can see it happening. That's going to be great. This particular house needs a ton of work. Ton of work, but most of the work it needs is all cosmetic. The kitchen needs to be redone. The entire house needs to be hit with kills and paint really bad because the person that lived in this house must have been a chain smoker for more than 30 or 40 years. There's just the walls are caked in nicotine. I mean, it is bad. It's gonna take probably a good 10 gallons of Pine Sol and probably about 2 weeks of washing walls down before we can even get to the point where we want to put kills on it. The nicotine on the wall is textured. There's so much nicotine on the wall that the wall is textured. It's kind of a brown color. It's so disgusting. So, yeah, there's a lot of little things. The closets in this one, they're great big open closets. This house was built, I think, in 1951. So the closets are absolutely huge. There's no doorways to the closets, so that there's no header and stuff. It's just floor to ceiling opening with a closet rod, and that's pretty much it. And so it would need to be framed out, and that's not hard. I mean, it's an open space. Framing an open space is not difficult at all. So it's just a matter of framing it out. Buying, probably going to buy a couple of French doors. There's 2 bedrooms that need the closets to be done before we can paint. So probably buying a set of French doors. Each bedroom that needs new closets, put French doors in, and just redo it and paint and make it all nice and pretty and clean. If we do get this house, it'll be at least a month or so, if not more, before we start moving into it, because I want to get it perfect, the inside anyways. I want to get it painted and clean and ready to go before my family moves in, because I don't want to be shuffling stuff from one side of the room to the other in order to paint and do all that craziness. And we're not in any great big hurry to move out of where we're at, so and the finances are fine. So yeah, we'll just stay where we're at while we're fixing this place up. And so that's kind of the plan. The kitchen's quite small. There is a dishwasher, but it's one of those roll-around dishwashers. It has a huge backyard. It has a huge yard. So it would make a great house for a garden and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. We're going to play it by ear. We'll see what happens. I would like at some point to have a greenhouse or a conservatory or something. It doesn't matter where we live. I kind of would like a greenhouse. So I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, the market is really crazy. Things have been over and above, and stress has been insane. So the garden this year. So I have just made an executive decision that I am not gardening this year. I'm taking a year off from gardening, and I figured if we buy a house or when we buy a house, I'm going to take this growing season to get it ready for next year. So this entire season is going to be getting ready for next year. And don't worry. As soon as I figure out what's going on, I'm bringing you guys along for the ride. If we buy a house, you guys are going to be there, and we're going to walk you through, everything. From the buying the house process, to fixing up the house process, to cleaning and organizing and everything that we do, and building a garden, setting everything up, all of it. You guys are going to be there for all of it. I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. So just bear with us another month or so, and we will be back in progress. I will have probably this weekend or next weekend, we'll go out in the garden, and I will clean out that garden space and make it ready for my father-in-law. He's really excited to kind of have it cleaned up, I think. But they're also really sad to see us leave. They don't want us to leave. We had a long conversation the other night with them, and they basically said, if you don't find a house, it is totally okay. You can live here forever. We didn't think living with them was going to be easy, but it turns out that not only is it easy, but it's kind of fun, and we get along great. And so it's kind of a joy. But in my real world, everything else is same. Nothing has really changed. Everything's pretty much the same. Inside the house, the plants that I have in the house are doing okay. I have a pepper plant that's still alive, and I'll have to do an update with you on that here too pretty soon. But there's a pepper plant that I overwintered, and two of them actually. One of them is the lemon drop, and it's doing fantastic. Lots and lots of pods and stuff on it. And then the other one is a big, beautiful pepper. I'm hoping it grows and really puts on some flowers and does good this year, because I'd like to harvest the seeds from it. It looked really freaking cool. So yeah, there's that. I will be probably around summertime, whenever we move, I will start growing peppers inside. This particular house that we're looking at has a south-facing garage window, and it is a massive picture window. So I will be utilizing that and taking up all that sunlight in the garage. The garage will not be for parking in. It will be for lounging in. So at least until I get a greenhouse or a shed built. But I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping they accept our offer, but you never know. So, well, if there is anything you guys want to know, it's been a long while, but if there's anything you want to know about what's been going on or what's happening, definitely leave it in the comment section below. Questions or anything like that. I'm curious to see how everybody's doing. I haven't heard from anybody in quite some time. My life just kind of got crazy, and the stress in my life is insane. The depression that I go through on a daily basis is hard to cope with. It's crazy. It is just crazy right now. And I think things are going to get a lot better once they settle down. And we can get back into, a normality, and that kind of thing. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is a really long podcast. This feels like more than 20 minutes. So, all right, y'all. I think I'm going to end this podcast right here. This thing is going on forever. My goodness. I can't believe I used to do a 20-minute podcast like almost every single day. Oh man, I've noticed that not only the house prices are crazy, but the gas prices are going through the roof too. So, yeah. Oh, and it's raining outside, so the windshield wipers are going. But it's been fun. It's been a very interesting winter, and so far the beginning half of spring has been kind of intense and crazy. I will be coming back and doing more podcasts as time allows. So definitely, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell, otherwise you won't get any notifications. And you can hit me up there on Instagram if you want. I haven't put anything on there yet, but I will soon, I promise. So, all right, y'all. I hope you have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, bye for now.
This has been a Graham's World broadcast brought to you directly from Graham's mind. So stay tuned because there's more to come.